Now, NF is a rapper who's been building his buzz for a couple years now. At the moment, NF is far from a mainstream rapper, but he has an extremely immense and loyal fan base who helped his new album Perception that just dropped become the #1 album in the United States. But apart from that, there's been a lot of discussions whether or not NF is a Christian rapper, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. So NF is an artist who's been extremely open about his relationship with God, and throughout NF's music you'll find a lot of references talking about God. Some of the references can be about NF actually slapping himself on the face while questioning God, while giving you, the listener, an introspective view of how he feels about the situation that he's in. And you can also find references about how NF is kind of praising God.
Don't care if you're feeling it, I'm feeling it. You don't like it to deal with it. And if God ain't real is it? You wonder why? It's easy to blame God, but harder to fix things. We look in the sky like, why ain't you listening? Watching the news in our living rooms on the big screens and talking about if God's really real and where is he?
Since NF hasn't really been shy when it comes to sharing his thoughts surrounding Christianity and religion, a lot of people have kind of gotten used to putting him in this Christian rapper box, and NF even signed to a Christian music group back in 2014, which made people put NF in the Christian rapper box even more. And even though a lot of people have considered NF as a Christian rapper, this is something that he himself has dismissed. In an interview from May 2016, NF was asked this: "When I was doing my research, I was surprised to see music sites referring to you as a Christian rapper. Is that how you classify yourself?" And this is what NF responded with: "Not at all. I mean, I'm a Christian, but I'm just an artist. I'm a musician, you know what I mean? To me, it's like if you're a Christian and you're a plumber, are you a Christian plumber? That's the easiest way for me to explain it. I just make music. I talk about my life. I talk about my faith. I talk about positive things that I've dealt with, that have taught me things, and I talk about negative things that I'm dealing with. I wouldn't describe myself as that, but I'm a Christian." NF is acknowledging the fact that he is so open about his faith, which of course he can't deny because it's true, but NF himself has never referred to himself as a Christian rapper. Now, the label people put him on is understandable. People have been putting NF in this Christian rapper box just because he is so open about God. Now, a rapper you could compare NF to in this situation is Chance the Rapper. So Chance the Rapper's coloring book project was filled with hip-hop mixed with a little bit of gospel and a little bit of religious themes. Chance the Rapper had one fear before releasing that project, and the fear was being labeled. In an interview with Teen Vogue, Chance the Rapper said this: "One of my biggest fears with coloring book was that it would be labeled. I hate labels. I never sought out for people to recognize it as a gospel album. I don't make Christian rap, but I am a Christian rapper. When I was going out and trying to fully give glory to God, in my setting I feared that people would dismiss it a bit like, this is Christian rap, I'm not trying to hear it. But it's the total opposite." So even Chance had the issue of being placed in this box, and the only difference between Chance and NF is really only the different levels of how well known they both are. Chance is an artist who's already made a name for himself and a big and well known brand, while NF is working towards that. So it's gonna be much harder for NF to break out of it once he does get placed in the box of a Christian rapper. But on his song Therapy Session, NF gets extremely honest with the listener and talks about how his music is not only for Christians, but it's really for everybody.
Don't get me started. You wanna know what it's like if you met me in person? Listen to my verses. This music is not just for people who sit in the pews and pray at the churches.
And in a Facebook post from 2015, NF sends out an important message to his fans about the confusion of him actually being a Christian rapper. And this is what NF says: "I'm telling you, man, artists are people. We change, we struggle. Music is a way to express yourself. While all these people keep crying about how Lecrae isn't a Christian anymore, or Andy doesn't love God cause he says he isn't a Christian rapper in an interview, it's pathetic. I'd rather have 10 fans who love passionate bars and meaningful emotional music than a bunch of people who want to sit in a church bubble and only clap every time someone says the word God. God made music to be powerful, and it was also made to be used in more than one way." This was a critical time for NF to actually address these things, because at that time, around 2015, NF wasn't really that known, and around that time was also when he dropped his Mansion project, and he was also starting to build build a real and long-lasting fan base, and the perception, no pun intended, people had of him was that he was actually a Christian rapper, and that label could actually make or break his career, which it luckily didn't. But the mentality he's always had is that he's an artist who makes music for everybody. I don't make music for Christians, NF says. I make music for everyone. I make music for the masses. I want people to listen to my music all over the world and relate to it and feel it the way I feel it. In another Facebook post from 2016, NF gets extremely frustrated with fans on his Facebook page who bash other fans who swear. And in this Facebook post, NF takes a stand against the fans who bash other people for believing what they believe in. But this is what NF says: stop coming on my page bashing people that swear. Tired of it. Get over it, man. I'm here to make music about life for everyone to listen to. One of the most annoying things I read on my page is people bashing other people for what they do or don't believe in. I'm an artist and I make music. Be a fan or don't be a fan, but quit filling up the comment section with that garbage. I literally just made a whole album talking about some of these things and y'all still ain't getting it? Guess I gotta be more blunt to get my point across. It's safe to say that even though NF is an artist who's all the way transparent about his faith and religion, throwing it at anybody's face is the last thing he's really trying to do. At the end of the day, just labeling himself as a Christian rapper would most likely hurt his brand and career. Not because there's anything wrong with the Christian rapper lane, but because if you have the mentality that you want your music to be for everybody and for everyone like NF wants, then that's of course not the right way to go. Some listeners might feel like, oh, that type of music is not for me, and of course that's not what NF wants for himself and his career. But is NF a Christian rapper? No, NF is not a Christian rapper. NF is a person who speaks about his faith because that's what he truly believes in. But in the words of NF himself, this music is not for people who sit in the pews and pray at the churches. But what's your personal opinion on people calling NF a Christian rapper? And other than that, what do you think about his music? Are you a fan of NF? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This channel is all about bringing together people like you who enjoy music and start a discussion on different topics like this. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, follow me on Twitter at BlackySpeakz, and I'm out.